rush is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. Hunter Henry brings it in. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a first down and more. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check 13.
Here's McCaffrey. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Give him 7 on the play, and it's a second down.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already in the field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people just like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
Yeah, just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Here's Trubisky to throw, and he's got his target. That's more. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 21. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Trubisky to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is third down. Trubisky to throw again. It's Henry. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Set, ready? 60 or protein spill. Strip that ball. 29 is the mic. Mike 29. Go, go, go. 29 is the mic. Defense.
On first and 10. Herbert under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Brian Burns in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Hey, echo. 29 is the mic. Mike 29. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. 29 is the mic. Let's go.
Looking to throw. Herbert looking middle, and that's complete. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
From the gun on third down. Herbert, quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
First down. Let's go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. From the gun, Herbert. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Brian Burns able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Back to throw. Herbert. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
49, Check 49. Check 49. Ran, Check 37. Check 37. Check 26. Check 26.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
180. Move. It's a party now. It's a party now. Alert. Hey. High 7.
Trubisky will throw. Buying time to his left. And he's got the hook up to Moore. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
180. So we got man.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script play.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vic Beasley, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
Hey, Haywood.
Looking to throw. Herbert looking middle, and it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are on defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play.
And a penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long.
Mike 54. Hey, watch the ball.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
First down, New Orleans.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go, let's bring it.
From the gun, Herbert. This is complete to Michael Thomas. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Smooth.
40-yard line.
Mike's by 4. Hey. Right there, 54. Right there. Ready?
2nd and 9 now. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Ready. 10 Lobo. Watch the curl. Watch the combo. Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Watch the slam. Watch the slam. 53's mine. 2.
From the gun on third down. Herbert, he gets this one complete to Traquan Smith.
On the ready.
Quick slant there, gets him the first down, 6 yards on the play. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Let's go. Let's go.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
29 is Mike 29. Blue down.
Second and 13. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Our first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from Green Bay, and make it a 2-touchdown advantage now for the Giants. That'll be a game to monitor as we go along. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on third and long.
General West. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, fourth down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on fourth down. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Ready. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. So don't say nothing.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Toss play, Kamara. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Herbert. The open man is Smith.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3-and-out. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Looking to throw. Herbert. Safarian Jenkins has it. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, second and goal.
It's just me and you. Big air, big air, big air. Kill, 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 kill. Slant, slant. Back. Check it back, check it back. Go. Twitch. Watch the twitch.
They'll run it with Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara, as the first half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7.
14, Saints 7. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And not a particularly good return here, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Complete, it's Johnson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will finish off this third quarter of play. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a really, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
First down.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Running with Kamara. And, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
30 base. 81.
Again, it's Kamara. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
54 Mike. 54 Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Check the out. Check the out. Check the out.
From the gun, Herbert trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Ready, break.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
On fourth down, Herbert. And that's caught by Smith. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Back to throw. Herbert. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Go, go, go. Right there. Now.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Herbert. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. All day, baby, all day.
On third down, Herbert. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Rush in. Rush in. Pilot, 64. Weak. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 50. Go.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Rock it. No.
Kamara trying again. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I'm on. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get 3. 218. Chop it. Check. Crunch. Hit it.
Looking to throw. Herbert. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
A handoff, McCaffrey running right. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Marshawn Lattimore on the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 25-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing here, Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. On 3rd down, Trubisky. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 13-yard line. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
Well, 3 scores in this game. I think that deserves some type of a broad gesture. I know in hockey, that's called a hat trick, and people throw their hats out on the ice. What about us? What can we do for this guy?
Well, if I'm his teammates, I'm buying him a little steak dinner tonight, right? At least a skirt steak, probably a filet.
Oh, you're going big. I like that.
Well, yeah, I mean, skirt at minimum,
skirt
filet
steak,
at
come
maximum.
on. You can't give the guy a skirt steak.
That's
His
true.
first time. There you go.
10 ounce, 16 ounce.
Porterhouse.
Fine. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Herbert. Looking again for Thomas. This time complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 there and a New Orleans first down. Throwing on first down. Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10.
They can't hang with us. Let's go.
To throw again. Herbert. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 31-yard line. So from Panther territory now, it's first and 10 down at the 31.
Check. Kill. Check 43. Check 99. Check 99.
On the counter, here's Kamara. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8. Here's second and 8. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Trey Flowers picks it. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is now 24. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. Complete. Smith has it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. A 10th carry for Kamara. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be second and 12. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's third down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Saints on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is third down and 12.
Give me some. Here we go. 54 must hit it.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. He's now just 3 yards shy of 197 yards receiving on the contest. And a first down. Back to throw. Herbert. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
That catch good for 5. It's third down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. And he's taken down inside the 30. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Kamara trying to right side. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They run it again with Kamara. And an alley to run. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
50, play. 5.
Off the bootleg. Herbert. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Slam. Check.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
On 2nd down now, it's Hill. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
You ain't doing nothing today. Recon, 132 fighter. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Hey, watch that. Go.
Here's Hill one more time. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Panthers, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.